I'm team opposition from the motion, this House will give social service and skill training for gambling offenders rather than imprisonment. First, let's get the whole idea and concept of gambling alone. By Britannica.com, gambling means the betting or staking of something of value with consciousness of risk and hope of gain. The outcomes of gambling are determined by chances alone. Let's also understand that by World Health Organization states that 1.2% of the world's adult population has gambling disorders with harmful levels around 60% of losses, more than half of the percentage. Let's also understand that with gambling, we're not just talking about data or statistic, we're talking about real-life people in real-life world. People experiencing significant life events like separation, injury, etc. are at increased risk of gambling. Let's also understand that only giving them social service and skill training are less effective and weak and providing a deterrent effect, while imprisonment gives clear message and punishment for gambler to reflect. Social service and skill training will only let them not think much of the crime that they're doing, not taking action and responsibility for what they've done in the past, for all of the crimes and all of the injustification that they have doing, and not taking them seriously and as light as possible. Let's take something that is close and a real life example in Indonesia. Cockfighting that happened in many parts of Indonesia. A gambling involving attaching small knives to the legs of the rooster. People are betting real money for an event based on chances alone. They're only doing it for their satisfaction alone without considering the data or statistic of the chances those chicken are gonna win. They're just doing it for the satisfaction alone. Let's take another example in the more modern era where people are spinning a spinning wheel in games, for example in Dota, Minecraft or Fortnite, for gifts with children underage. From those two examples alone, we come to understand that a habit or someone's identity in real life or a personality in real life and day-to-day life cannot be changed in just by a single night or single month or even years, just by skill training in and on itself. Let's also understand that by the legal world, gambling is no longer a minor mistake, but it's also a criminal act. In Indonesia alone, as stated in Article 303 of the Criminal Code and Article 27, Paragraph 2 of the Criminal Code, and also Article 45, Paragraph 2 of the Criminal Code states that gambling is a serious act of criminal, not just a minor mistake that people can just get by with no justification and fairness to those of other people and even to their wrongdoing to the future of their daily life. Let's also understand that this argument doesn't state that social service and skill training are really wrong on itself. We also need to understand that if we're just giving them social skills and skill training, they will not face what their own consequences are affecting in the real world. We also need to understand that this argument doesn't enable the fact that social service and skill training are important, but we need to understand that giving them only social service and skill training will not give them the justification that imprisonment will give them for the offenders of gambling. We need to understand that social service and skill training and imprisonment can come hand in hand in everyday life, in day-to-day basis of the punishment that we're giving to the gambling offenders. Giving them imprisonment while also giving them social service and skill training. Enabling them from the imprisonment are gonna enable other people of the justification that they're supposed to get from punishing the gambler. As we come to end this debate, let's step back and look at the bigger picture. Gambling may dress up in flashing lights and fake promises, but beneath its surface lies a trail of destruction that is both personal but also societal to everyone's daily life and everyday activity. Let's be a just future generation to give fair consequences to where it's done and do. Thank you. Kelebihan